The angels and all energetic beings are always with us, even though we cannot usually see them. They're doing everything they can to support us, to uplift, guide, and help us because we are deeply loved and never alone, even in our darkest moments. The ego is also always with us. It does its best to guide us as well. The only trouble is that the ego is limited, prejudiced, and scared. So its guidance tends to lead us in the wrong direction, the limited direction that takes us onto the fearful, frightening, and depressing path from which we believe there can be no escape. And so we learn to cope and to deal with the disappointment that wants to crush the life right out of our being. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to know when you're interacting with angels? Welcome, everyone. It's Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, here with you on Angel Heart Radio. And if you're ready to partner with the divine, then I want you to stay with me. When we come back, we're going to learn how to tell if you're listening to the angels.
Angel Heart Radio programs should not be used to replace your legal or medical advice, nor your own sound judgment. In truth, nothing can dim your magnificence. You are a divine spark, a universal light. You are here on purpose. You are part of a divine plan, and it's our joy to support you. We're here to celebrate you. Welcome to Angel Heart Radio.
Powered by love, Angel Heart Radio is brought to you by AngelLight777.com.
Great news, everyone. Angel Heart Radio is now live streaming on our Facebook page, and we have a fully searchable, brilliant podcast platform for you at AngelHeartListen.com.
Put the power of the spiritual realm to work in your life with Marcia Martin on Angel Heart Radio starts now.
The most important thing you'll ever do on your spiritual journey is to learn to differentiate between the ego and the energetic realm. Now, usually when you hear me talking about the energetic realm, I'm calling it the angels. But we need to understand that all ascended beings can be helpful. So it's angels, archangels, the ascended masters, any energy that is coming from 100% pure white light is capable of guiding you in a way that the ego just can't. Because when you are in that non-physical energetic form, you're able to see with overarching vision that is completely missing when you're on the physical life journey in a physical body. Let's take a look at what has just happened recently with the incredibly wrong death of George Floyd. His death is wrong on every level. It is no different from murder in any other context of the word. Those individuals who participated in that need to be arrested and put on trial for murder. Unfortunately, those people who are using this as an opportunity to protest with violence, burning, looting, and otherwise hurting are making themselves out to be exactly the same as the people that they're protesting against. They've allowed the ego to lead them into just random violence. There are many peaceful protests that are making a difference that are happening around the country. What was done is wrong. Doing more wrong will never make it right. Let's make sure that when we are making a statement, when we are wanting to lead, we lead from the best place that we can, from our heart, and not from our pain. So let's take a look at what the ego is so that we can begin doing a better job of differentiating between when we are hearing from the energetic realm, which I'm going to refer to as angels, or when we are listening to the ego. Now, the first thing you need to remember is that the ego is not all bad. So please don't get out your brush and whitewash over the fact that the ego is assisting you. The ego is not all bad. It's also not trying to hurt you. It hasn't been created to be your nemesis. The ego is also not a product of the devil. Now, the devil is a different subject. The devil and hell are two different subjects that we will look at on a different day. But let's just leave it there for today. You also were not born a sinner. God doesn't see you as bad, less than, or worthless. Life is not meant to be a punishment. Sickness is not payment for sin. An alternative lifestyle, no matter what you choose or how you choose to live your life, does not condemn you in God's eyes. Believing in yourself and your brilliance is not prideful. And being poor, clean, or looking after others as a servant is also not God's idea of a good person. These are qualities that we have assigned to the life journey because of misunderstanding the ego and not having a really good relationship with God. What I've just described to you are all of the misconceptions that the ego may be holding, and you could have picked them up from generations previous. You could have picked them up in your familial home, or just in the culture within which you grew up. We need to remember that no matter how insistent someone may be with what they are choosing to share, no matter how demanding or authoritative they are choosing to share their information, if it doesn't feel good to your heart, it's probably coming from their ego or their limited perspective, and it is not energetic guidance that you would want to apply to your own life. Got to remember that the ego is limited. It is human, fear-based. The ego also learns by example and experience. So again, that's where you would absorb the parental or familial indoctrination. And we got to remember that each one of us has chosen the family of origin, the culture, the time and place that we are going to be born because we want to be able to learn from that experience. So again, please don't get out your whitewash brush and say it's always bad. It's always an opportunity to learn. But as children, we are taught the beliefs of our parents. And as we grow and become adults ourselves, it's our responsibility to look at those beliefs and determine whether we feel that they are appropriate for us. The ego is childish and immature, but each as they grow is be given the opportunity to become more and to expand. So let's briefly compare the ego with the energetic realm, with the angels, and you'll get a fuller picture, and then we're going to go to our callers. So if we compare the ego with the energetic realm, it's sort of the divine versus the ego, or fear versus love. The energetic realm has unlimited vision, unlimited ability. And in addition to that, the energetic realm, the angels have an understanding of what is required in order for you to succeed, and they have the desire for you to succeed. Every being is hardwired with the desire to evolve, to grow, to expand. And we are helped by the energetic realm. The energetic realm has no ego. They merely want to support you in whatever is for the highest good of all. They are not needing to pick and choose. They don't see one is better than the other. They see all are wonderful and all have potential. The energetic has only that one goal. The ego wants to bring forth the person, the situation, or the career that it feels will advance it the most materially. But the energetic realm wants to see the entire being, the entire person grow beyond what they began with. And also, the energetic understands. Well, let's go back to the ego for a second. To the ego, it's acceptable for there to be casualties. The ego says, well, some people are going to have to lose. That's just the way it is. The energetic, on the other hand, looks at that and says, well, we know there's going to be heartbreak. Not everyone is going to choose to move forward together. And each being has free will. So you can choose to be stuck. But the energetic is going to encourage you to move ahead. They're going to show you how they believe in you, while the ego may trick you into believing you don't have much to offer, or you have more to offer than you really do, and that's why it's okay for you to step on other people or to manipulate or hurt other people, because gosh, you've got so much more than they do. You should be the one that's getting ahead. The energetic realm, on the other hand, understands that you may feel punished. You might feel like life isn't fair. The ego is revving you on, saying, look at all these bad things that are happening to you. The energetic understands, okay, that's going to be your perspective, but they also try to teach you and help you realize that it is a cause and effect world in which we live in, so that if we go forward with love in our heart, what we are going to receive for the majority of the time are more loving circumstances. The energetic realm asks us to be responsible. Now, when situations come up, as they did with George Floyd, those are individuals who are choosing not to be responsible. They took an individual that was weaker than they were because he was handcuffed, and they took advantage of the situation. This is clearly a time when the ego ran rampant over any divine guidance. But responding with violence is not going to make things better. The ego likes to shift the blame or pretend that they're small. They can't be held accountable. It wasn't their fault. And the ego also likes to play favorites. It sees life as an either or. But we, as students of the energetic realm, need to adjust our vision and accept the guidance of the energetic realm to see the big picture and know that there is enough for all. The ego stays in the space of lack, fear, it feels bad, and hurt. The energetic allows you to feel abundant, to feel good about yourself, and to know that there is always more than enough. In addition, the ego always feels threatened and advises you from the place of fear. And that's what we saw happening. This threatening, I'm going to make sure this person can't harm me. Well, they couldn't harm you anyway because they were already in a position where you had overpowered them. Let's put our egos aside and step back into our hearts and receive guidance that will move us forward. And while we are looking at this, let's also pay attention to the way that we are choosing to respond to the direction of quarantine and reopening our world. When you are asked to wear masks, it's not a conspiracy. You do not need to go into fear mode. You don't need to start running the tape of, I'm not safe. That's the ego. If you say to the ego, okay, you really, you can't go into a public place without a mask. The ego wants to say, that's a conspiracy against my freedom. You're forcing me. Or, I'm not safe. The energetic is going to respond to that and say, well, I'm always safe and loved. I'm going to choose to wear the mask so that all are protected because I'm looking for the greatest good versus the good that will only support me. So I ask that all of us who are in this community apply this as we move forward, not only in this reopening situation from COVID, even though we are still in the thick of COVID, it's not from it, but as we try to reopen into some degree of normalcy, and as we are faced with the fallout of what was done to George Floyd, please move forward with love and respect for each other. And do not fall prey to the ego that tells you that looting, burning, stealing, or hurting is somehow going to atone for what was done to this gentleman. We got to remember, the ego is always fear-based. It fears that it's non-essential. It fears that you're going to do away with it. The energetic has no fear. Even if you choose not to acknowledge the energetic realm, it knows that it's eternal. The ego waits to be dismissed. The ego believes that it's giving good advice from its fear-based place. But it can cause you terrible trouble if you look at the ego and follow its advice instead of using it as a tool for growth. The ego always drives us further into the darkness. Unless we stop, take a breath, check in with our heart, and say, how can we address this situation from the perspective of the highest good for all? So now, thank you, patient callers, calling from 201. And as always, you're in a public space, so you don't have to use your given name. But what can I call you, and what would you like to ask the angels today? 201, we can't hear you. Okay, we're going to go to our next caller, and that caller is from 805.
Thank you. Hi, this is Donna. I'm
Hi,
from
Donna.
California. Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
I wanted to ask the angels if I'm going to meet my life partner. I would like to get married at some point.
Okay, so always, when you are working with the energetic realm, they're going to bounce the ball back into your court. And they're going to say to you first, of course you'll get married if you want to. And so they're not trying to be coy, but they want you to understand the amount of responsibility that you have. So what the angels are saying to you with that, Donna, is search your heart. Take a look at all that you are, but also take a look at any restrictions that you may have signed up for, any ways in which you're preventing yourself from being your fullness. So this is not, I'm going to look at all the things I do wrong. That's not at all where they're coming from. Instead, they just want you to be very gentle with yourself and say, I really want to get married. I really want to find a partner and expand myself in that way. So the way that I can attract this person is to take a look at the beliefs that I'm holding right now about myself. Do I see myself as attractive, as loving, as fun to be with, as a person who would really be suited for a relationship? Or is my self-talk more geared toward, I'm not enough, I don't think I'm young enough, pretty enough, tall enough, small enough, whatever. We can go on and on and on with ways in which we need to improve. But what they want you to do instead is change your focus away from what's wrong or what could be corrected onto all of the ways that you already are the perfect person to attract a partner. And when those little limiting beliefs try to sneak in there, you need to take a look at what it is. And I'm just going to give an example. This is not what they're sharing with me, but I'm just going to give an example. Let's say you feel that you're too short. Oh, why would anyone want me as a partner because I'm too short? So instead, what the angels would like you to do in that particular situation is, this is your height is not something that you can change. So you need to find all of the reasons why you are the perfect height, what you like about being that height, or what you like about yourself. Because what you're doing when you do that is you're changing your mind from negative, which is repellent. So even if your perfect partner is one block away, they will be deterred from finding you because you're sending out repellent thoughts. So you want to start changing your self-talk and your thoughts to positive so that you see yourself in the ideal relationship. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can make yourself even more appealing. One of those is to write down all of the characteristics that you love about yourself. What are the things that a partner would find appealing in you? The next thing, the next list that you would want to make is a list of what you're looking for in a partner. So if you are looking for your partner to be really friendly, but you have noticed that you've started to withdraw because it's been a long time since you've been in a relationship, you may want to be more conscious about being a little more open or receptive to conversations that are happening around you. Because you've got to get your attractor beam on. You can't put on your bug spray and say, everybody stay away, and then think that there's something that you're going to attract your partner. And that's when we really get wrapped up in our negative thoughts, because I'm doing all these things and nothing's happening, and I knew it. I just knew it. I was never going to find the perfect guy or perfect partner. Just let go of everything that's wrong. Keep referring to the list of everything you bring to the table. Keep thinking about everything that you want in a partner, keep visualizing yourself in this relationship, and every day express gratitude that this relationship is here for you now. Because remember, it has to form in the energetic. You've got to give permission for it in the energetic before it can find you in the physical. So when we are saying...
go on. I'll ask you later.
Okay. When we are saying, I'm so grateful the relationship is here for me now, we're acknowledging that it exists on the energetic, and we are feeding it energy so it can materialize, that energy can coalesce, and it can become a physical reality for us. But that takes time, and that takes a vibration that's pure and not broken up by thoughts of doubt or negativity. So you've got to stay in the positive attraction lane and not hop back and forth between doubt, fear, and negativity and positive and attraction. That's why the lists are good and the visualization is good. They help support you in receiving what you do want, as opposed to jumping back and forth between the two, and then at best, you will get somebody that is not that you're not that compatible with, but mostly we get nothing. We might get a couple of dates or just nothing, because the confusion between the hopping back and forth means that this beautiful vision that you had created for yourself in the energetic has never gained enough momentum so that you can access it in your physical reality.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I kind of do that. Yeah, I think, I'm 66 and I've never been married, and I think that yes, I would like to get married, and at least have a companion to do things with, and but then I vacillate back and forth. Do I really want this? Because I like my freedom too. So it's hard.
So that has to. But see, that has to go on your list. I want a relationship that will feel so good we're able to come together as a couple and also enjoy separate activities because we feel so confident in the relationship and the bond that we have with each other. So you want to put all of what you do want on your list so that you are not going to be accidentally sabotaging yourself by saying, what if the guy is a real stickler for only wants to do couple things? Well, then that's not the right person for you. Again, that's the ego limiting you and telling you, well, you got to make a choice, Donna. You can either have a partner or you can have your freedom. If you're dealing with the energetic realm would say, Donna, there's someone that's perfect for you, and they will allow you to have as much time as you like, and they will enjoy spending time with you when that's appropriate as well. So
about 5 months. Oh, go on.
I was just going to say we sometimes are not recognizing how long it takes to create that has enough oomph, enough momentum to become part of the physical reality. So when you feel like you've given, and when you feel like you've given everything you can give, like I'm so fed up, I have been seeing this and visualizing this and really aligning, that's when you need to double down and do even more because you are so close. But if you give up, then that energy that you were so close to attracting is just going to dissipate and you'll have to start all over. So double down on your efforts because it's just a challenge to see, okay, who are you going to go with? Are you going to go with the ego that's telling you, see, Donna, you knew you were never going to, are you kidding, Donna? A relationship? That's the ego. the energetic realm wants you to say, angels, I need your help. I'm starting to vacillate. I'm starting to go off into the negative zone. I'm starting to believe this negative self-talk. Please help me see the positive attributes in myself. Please help me to be open to this energy that is wanting to find me. Know, angels, that you love and support me, and that you are guiding me toward my highest good. If I just need to stay in the lane, the highest good lane, and not do a U-turn every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. 5 months ago, I meditate every morning for about 20 minutes, and 4 or 5 months ago, I've been asking the universe, angels, God, to bring in a partner for me and also more abundance so I can go travel and have fun. And during one of the meditations, all of us, I was sitting in the silence, and I got a message. I don't know where it came from because it wasn't the ego, but the message came in very lovingly, and I felt it in my heart area, and it was very gentle, and it said, it's coming soon. But then like today, I was feeling, well, that was so long ago. Am I just hearing things?
Welcome, ego. Where the heck did you come from? I was on this lovely path in my heart, and now you jump back in again. They are coming soon. I just can't put a date on it, and neither can you, because the energetic doesn't recognize or function in time, and to them everything is instantaneous. To us, it feels like you've been waiting forever. But just the other day, one of my family members said, "Oh my gosh, this quarantine feels like it's gone on forever, even though it's only been 2 months." And I looked at him and I said, "Whoa, it's only been 2 months? It feels like, it feels." And that was a huge wake up for me to stop getting so obsessed over time. My favorite farmer's market is closed because it's in a park, and I was starting the whiny thing of, I'm never going to see my farmers. And then he said, yeah, this quarantine. And then he said, yeah, it's only been 2 months. And, I had a big, I had a whole speech prepared about how awful. And I thought, whoa, girl, you need to turn that ship around. We got to just get off the time boat. Yeah. There is a partner coming for you. That abundance that you're desiring, that opportunity to travel, it's going to be more magnificent than you had ever imagined if you allow it to be so.
Yeah. Yeah, because I felt so much love and gentleness and softness. And it's almost like when I heard the message, I went into the child almost. Yes. There was like a relief. There was like a relief. And I felt, it was like the child part of me came through when I heard it. And, it was just beautiful.
And so I want to thank you for bringing that out. Yes. Thank you for bringing that out. We need to remember, no matter how old we get in terms of years in this physical life, we are always God's child. So when the energetic realm interacts with us or speaks to us, it is with so much love and kindness. And the child within us immediately responds and feels safe. And it's almost as if you are curling up on God's lap. Yeah. And for me, when I work with them, I am often in tears, but it's not painful crying. It is the beauty of the experience cannot be contained within the physical being, and it begins expressing itself. I'm overwhelmed by the love and the beauty. Now, the ego that wanted to have the whiny pity party that I'm missing my farmers was not crying or feeling any overwhelm. It was just feeling sorry for itself. So there are two extremely powerful examples that you gave us. The ego is often whiny and a little bit self-delusional. It likes to make up stories. When the energetic realm comes in, it is always peaceful and loving. And you know. I mean, you did not leave that meditation and say, gosh, I hope so. You knew.
No.
You knew.
You're right.
It's just that we like our things instantaneous, and that's not the way the world really works or the way manifesting works. So now the ego has had a chance to get in there and say, Donna, you believed that? Just let it go. Just remind yourself what it felt like, how pure it was, how true it felt, how honored you felt by the experience, and how much the child in you was able to relax and trust.
Yes.
Go back into that. Go back into that state when you are visualizing you and your perfect partner enjoying your life separately, enjoying your life together, enjoying traveling, enjoying each other. Use that incredible experience that you had as your guideline. When you are feeling that extreme peace and love, you know that you are manifesting correctly those things that you do want. When you're questioning, when you're feeling a little off kilter, you're stepping back into ego territory and you have stepped out of alignment. And remember, the minute we step out of alignment, we have stopped manifesting that desired result, and we're opening ourselves up to whatever is coming next.
Yeah, I'll go back to that loving feeling and the softness, the gentleness, the kindness, that I felt. That it was because it was like a gift given to me.
Always, when you interact with the energetic realm, it is a gift, and you can't mistake it. It cannot be mistaken for anything else. The ego tries to imitate it. It might say nice things to you, but it can't hold that vibration. It's not of the same substance. And everything, all manifestation occurs in the energetic plane of love, joy, and peace. So it's just wishful thinking when we think that we can stay in a low vibration and manifest anything that is desired.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So is your soulmate coming?
Now.
Absolutely. Because it's something that is in alignment with what would be for your highest good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, and I've had some hard times during my life and all, but I just let all that go because I go back to those feelings, and sometimes like I'll walk the beach and I'll feel sacredness. And one time I felt it so much I just wanted to kneel. And then one day I was meditating and I felt holiness. This is holiness. And it was beautiful. And I can't make these things happen. They just happen when they happen. But it must be the soul or the heart opening up and embracing this, this God that we're made of,
Yes. And as you speak, as you're speaking, I can feel what you're feeling, and it is bringing tears to my eyes because it is so incredibly beautiful. You are truly touching the divine within. And please follow that desire. When you want to kneel, kneel. When you want to engage with God in that way, do so. It's only going to open you up even wider. Throughout my day, I call them Mother, Father, God because of the way I receive guidance and kind of what I need to hear. It may come as structure, which is the divine masculine, or it may come as creative, which is more of the divine feminine. But throughout my day, I will just stop and say, I am so grateful. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you. Because they are never absent. And acknowledging them, even in that small way, puts you back in alignment. And if you do that throughout your day, you just acknowledge them in whatever way you choose, it will help you stay in an aligned state more than in the ego state. And you've got to realize, too, that the challenges that you've had in your life have brought you to this place of being able to convene with the divine in the way that you do.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have gotten here without it. Yeah.
No, because it makes you strong. It makes you strong.
The deepest journey have the hardest challenges. And there were times when I didn't think I was going to make it through. I look back now with such deep gratitude because I wouldn't have the depth within me to reach in the way that I do without those challenges.
Yeah.
So gratitude for everything, because it has brought you to this place where you are able to interact in a really incredibly magnificent way.
Yeah, because nothing has, that has so much meaning to me. That's the most important thing, and it's because it's me experiencing it. And do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just you can't even really put it into words.
No, you can't. You can't. It needs to be felt with the heart.
Yeah.
But each person has the ability to experience what you have experienced.
Oh, I believe so.
No one has been denied this opportunity. So, Donna, thank you so much. Because you brought
a lot
forth
of it is being in the silence and being in nature. And when I'm in my car, I make up all these love songs to the divine, and I sing them.
How beautiful.
And it makes me so happy.
Oh, beautiful. And sing them around your house, too.
Okay, I'll do that, too.
All right. Now, we've got another caller. So, deepest gratitude to you, Donna, because
you're great. I'm so grateful for you.
Well, thank you for bringing that out to all of us to remind us that the divine is a very...
Hello?
where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make